Welcome to the OTA podcast where we discuss everything performance training. I'm Coach Chris Barnard. Let's get into it. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the OTA podcast. I'm Coach Chris Barnard. And for today's video, I got a request from one of the guys in our coaching program. And that was in regards to sales, right? So signing up clients in your gym for coaches. This could be also some principles that lean towards remote coaching and online coaching. However, for the most part, this is going to address a couple simple tips that you can immediately start to apply to basically increase your conversion to members for your services, right? Or clients for your services. So first and foremost, I want to start off by saying I'm not the best salesperson. Never have been, probably never will be. But it was something I had to get better at as a coach because when I was out there doing it myself, that was my lifeline of my actual business. So I had to learn how to sell. So for me, now that I'm in a position where I have coaches and I work with coaches remotely, the biggest thing that I want to do is I want to have a system that lends to a high percentage shot, right? So we call this a layup process. And a layup is a high percentage shot in basketball. I don't want my coaches to have to shoot a long range three, right? And try to have to unwind and work themselves in the sales process. I want it to be as easy as possible once that coach goes to ask for the actual sale. So there's a series of steps that you want to take, and this is going to be tip number one, that you want to take prior to you even setting down and trying to sell them, right? So number one, you got to have a strong lead magnet. A strong lead magnet is how you get them enticed to come check your gym out. Now, let me first and foremost say that your services and the results that you deliver as a coach, your craft, is everything. It's your marketing, it's your sales, and it's your retention. It should ultimately trump all these other little tips and tricks that I'm discussing, right? Because once you get to a level where you are delivering results and your reputation is huge in your area, they're just going to continue to multiply and they're going to continue to walk through the door for generations to come. But when you're establishing yourself, you have to have a little bit of a system to lean on, and that's what I'm referring to. So going back to the things that are going to support you in having a high percentage shot is you got to have a strong lead magnet. What are you providing them to get them interested in your services and getting them in the door? So make sure that you're doing something, whether it be a free session, free 7 days, free 2 weeks, free evaluation, whatever those things are, make sure that's enticing enough to draw them to get in there. Number two, you want to, and leaning off of that, you want to provide value before you even ask for the sale. You want to be able to allow them to test drive the vehicle, right? The problem to their solutions, your services, prior to you even trying to sign up. I see far too many coaches making this mistake. They try to sign them up. Now, if you're at a level where you're at capacity with athletes and you've raised your rates to the highest level, right, where you're superior or beyond anybody else in your local area, then fine. Open up a window, throw out a link, and hopefully people will sign up. But if you're not at that capacity and you're not maximized on your rates, then this is more or less referring to you. So you want to provide value before you even present your offer or your services. Next is going to kind of get into the nitty gritty. So you want to have a pre-close process, right? And this starts with the initial greeting. Far too many times, we don't put ourselves in the other person's shoes. Remember, you're familiar with the ins and outs on a very visceral level of your gym. You're comfortable there, right? That person walking in the door for the first time, they might be intimidated. They might not know what they need to do. You need to make sure that you greet them at the door like your dog does when you get home, right? You need to make sure that you go intercept them before they can get in there and formulate opinion whether they feel comfortable or feel good about it. You want to immediately make them feel good about it. You don't want allow them to make a decision right off bat when they walk in. When they walk in our gym, the bay doors are open. It's kind of, don't know where to go. There is a front desk, but, music's blaring. A lot of things are going on. I don't want to intimidate them. I want to make them as comfortable as possible. Next, what I want to be able to do is I want to settle them down and show them exactly the gym as fast as possible. I want them to get them as familiar as possible because they'll be less intimidated and it'll allow them to really get a better experience right off the bat. So, not only that, they walk in with a problem, right? So I want to be able to one uncover that problem, right? Basically what I'm trying to see is what are they trying to get out of this? They want to get faster, they want to jump higher, they want to get stronger, they want to start, right? So there's a series of questions we ask. But beyond that, I want to showcase the solution to those problems. And what that means is our facility is the vehicle, right? I'm the driver as the coach, but our facility is the vehicle to allow them to get to their destination. So I want to highlight that. Hey, here's our area right here where we do our speed. Here's our area where we're going to lift. Here's, I even go as far as here's where you're going to get water. You can put your things down here. We get started with the warm up over here. Bathrooms are there if you need to get, use the restroom. Get them familiar with the place as fast as you possibly can. And again, reiterate that this is the solution to their problem. This is the vehicle that's going to get them to their destination. It's just going to allow them to see, right? All the things that they might have had in their mind that they want, you're checking those boxes.
What's up, coaches? Real quickly, let me go ahead and introduce you to Performance Coach U certification. Now, this is the certification / course that I put together for coaches who want to train athletes and not only get results, but also maximize profits in the private sector. The problem that I saw with a lot of these courses and certifications out there for coaches was that they provided a lot of information and not a lot of application. So I wanted to pull back the covers over 10 plus years of experience and show you the ins and outs of actually being in the trenches so that you get maximum results while also scaling your business. So if you're interested in this, go ahead and check out the link down below and you can get more information.
Next tip that I'm going to be able to address, in which this is kind of like an odd one, I guess, but from my experience with coaches to increase their conversion, is you want to have a rate sheet. So once everything's said and done, you provide a value and it's actually time for you to present your offers. What I've noticed with coaches is a lot of coaches get icky when it starts to talk about dollars and cents. Oh, let me just excerpt this real quick. Make sure that you pitch in a non-distracted environment. We have an actual office where we like to sit down. Never pitch on the floor, right? When all these other things are going on, other members can come in. You don't have time to be able to kind of tie back and talk to them about what they want to do, right? We have a full-on system and sales process that our coaches follow as far as a script, but just make sure that you're not doing it in a distracted setting. But once you do get a chance where you can provide those offers, I notice from eye contact, belly to belly, most coaches shy away when you get around the numbers. So to combat that, what we did was we created a rate sheet. And a rate sheet is basically just what your services cost printed out on a sheet of paper and it's laminated. And by doing this, we actually teach our coach to talk to the rate sheet and start to point out. And what happens is once they start to present those numbers, it just makes them easier to do that thing until they get comfortable enough where they can just have the conversation. So that's gem number 2, I guess you could say, on a myriad on the first one. And then number 3, last tip I'll give you is you need to develop some kind of level of scarcity into your offer. So on the initial point of sitting down, you want to either stack some value or put a time limit on the offer that you're presenting them. And essentially what you want to be able to do is you want to drive them to make a decision right then and there, right? This is the problem you said you had. This is where you want to go. I presented to you that I have all the things, right? Barring that they're a good fit for your program. We check all the boxes. I know I can get you there, right? With my services. I'm just trying to nudge you to essentially come over that last little bit of bias you might be having. And from a human behavior standpoint, people want to sit on things. People don't want to commit. And you want people who are fully committed, bought in right then and there. At the end of the day, these are going to be your best customers that sign up that day. Now, it's not to say I haven't had parents who have had to go sit on it, talk together, whatever it might be. But for the most part, you're going to increase your conversions if you add some level of scarcity where it's like, hey, for a limited time only if you make that decision today. So whatever it is, if you do it today, you get XYZ. You get our nutrition, one free nutrition session, one free optimization. You can make a simple PDF and say they get it if they sign up today. You can even discount your rates for the first month if they sign up today. No matter what it is, what you have to realize is from a pure number standpoint, the minute that they leave after that first time, the chances of them converting to a member start to drastically decrease. So you want to combat that by giving them and stacking something in your offer where you have to be able to stack value, add value if they make that decision right there up front to join your program. And again, those are going to be your better members anyway. So there you have it. Just want to add 3 different tips right off the top of my head that I see are mistakes that a lot of coaches make. Hey, if you're interested in like a full laid out system and you're a coach, we actually have a program where we're doing that with some of our guys who are getting great success. So just wanted to put that out there. So if you're interested in that, check out the link down below and we can provide you with some details. And then if not, hopefully that was able to help you guys out. And I'll talk to you guys next time.